What are my levels on talents on this one? Same as normal. Got it. Alrighty, let's go do this now. It should be in Mondstadt, I'd imagine. Special crest reward. What is this? Oh, it's an outfit. Huh. I don't. What's the difference? I wouldn't be able to tell. Head to Star Sand Shoal. Oh, we're going to Nod. Okay, does this happen entirely with the Nod Cry? If it does, that would kind of suck. Oh, hello. I forget this teleport puts you all the way over here. I haven't actually been here in a while. I mean, I kind of did everything here already, so. I am now 521 into this friggin' playlist. So I've made some where'd my phone go? I've made some progress, so that's nice. I've gone through over 100 today. Or so far today. But some of these are long. Oh. Sure. Okay. So it was just, I was expecting that to be something related to Notcry. Whoa, what the heck is going on here? Also, Durin's just in the middle of it. Yo! Also, yeah, we're using Traveler.
Oh, it's Durin!
Hmm?
Oh, hello, Red Eyes.
Traveler in Paimon? I'm sorry. I hope I didn't scare you.
Oh, no, you didn't scare us.
I don't know. It just feels like it's gotten harder to control. I didn't mean to strike so hard. I'm so relieved you didn't get hurt.
It's all good. We've had worse.
No, don't worry about that. It's been very stable ever since I got this body. Albedo made sure of that. What you saw just now is something that only started happening recently. Maybe I'm still acclimating or something. I'm sure it'll clear up over time. Anyway, what brings you here? Did you need something?
The day that the writer and the watcher crossed paths was the day that the magic, known as storytelling, was
Alice, what the
born.
fuck are you doing? I've seen you before, just show up.
She asked us to come.
Did she? I opened this quest up, like, I don't know, a couple years, or not a couple years. It's been a while since I opened this quest up, so I don't remember anything.
Miss Alice?
I saw has the music been playing this whole time? I don't hear it. I don't know, it's just really quiet. Feels like the mixing is super inconsistent. I don't know why. Yeah.
Oh, you too? I guess I really do need to work on my impression. Well, never mind that. It's been too long, Mini Durin. And please, I have brought you and the Traveler together here for a very important purpose. It has to do with your mom.
My mom?
Which one? R or M?
Indeed, fairy tale author extraordinaire, Anya Marie Andersdottir. See, I knew this would be right up your alley.
Yeah, I was thinking, is it M or I was like, is it Rhindaughter who created the original Durin, or is it M who made this version in the Simulanka?
Now then, if you'll open the book, I will begin narrating.
Sure, open. Why not? I'll just trust every word you say, Alice. This is interesting already. Okay. I see the classic star
What
significant
is this
to M.
place? It reminds Paimon of Simulanka.
It reminds me, honestly, it reminds me more of the Golden Apple Archipelago. God, I missed that area. It's the best event in the game ever. Please bring it back.
The two are indeed similar.
I want
Both
people to
worlds were
explore to
built
have that
using the same
story.
magic after all.
Oh, hey, Alice. Wait, is this the first time she shows it normally?
Is Alice?
Hello, Aunt Alice?
Oh, no need to be shy. Just think of me as one of your mother's dearest friends.
You keep talking about stories and magic. What's this all about? Simulanka 2.0 or something?
Certainly not. Simulanka was a peerless masterpiece. Without the original author, it would be impossible to create a sequel, even for me. But you are right about one thing. Just like last time, I want to show you a work of magic that has to do with storytelling.
What's this?
This is your mother's dying wish.
My mother's dying wish.
Let me answer that with a question. What do you suppose would be a writer's greatest regret?
A finished and unfinished
Have
book.
you ever read a book called The Little Witch and the Undying Fire?
The name sounds familiar. Not yet.
Oh, well, you're missing out. It's a wonderful book. It began as a little game at our tea parties. Each of us took turns writing the next part of the story. I wrote the first volume, then the other mages took their turns. Em was tasked with writing the final volume and tying everything up. But by the time everyone had finished writing their parts, Em had passed away. Oh, it was a terrible shame. And that is the answer to my question. A writer's greatest regret is to leave a story unfinished. But all is not lost. I couldn't stand the doom and gloom of it all, so I went ahead and wrote an ending myself on her.
Then what's this book?
This is the answer your mother gave to the same question. In her eyes, this was her greatest regret. She made me promise that I would bring it to you, because she believed the only person who could resolve this regret is you.
So my mother's greatest regret is another unfinished story?
You could say that.
And I guess resolving the regret means...
That's one way to put it.
Ugh. Is a straight answer too much to ask for?
Her answer was quite the opposite of what I'd expected. But oh, how touching it was. I'd love to tell you what she said, I really would. But that would spoil the plot, and we can't have that. Spoilers ruin everything.
Oh,
Oh. I love you, Durin. I really do.
oh.
What I do with breadcrumbs for the first time you strung us along like
Think
this.
of this task as giving a story a much-needed ending. All I ask is that you do your best.
I understand. But I only just started learning human script.
Relax. Why else?
I do like how they
think
just
your
call it
dear
human
Paul
script.
Went and found you two such wonderful helpers. With their experience, you'll have so many story ideas you won't know what to do with them. So,
So that's why we're
lots
here.
of questions.
Yeah. If it's to help Durin fulfill his mother's dying wish, then
Aunt Alice, could I ask, what kind of story was my mother hoping to write?
I had a feeling this might come up, but that answer isn't mine to give.
don't worry. We'll help you come up with loads of ideas. Yeah. Let's find a nice spot where we can settle in and read through this thing.
Ooh, the actual process might not be quite the walk in the park you're imagining, Paimon.
Why's that?
Because when Em created this book, she borrowed my magic. In other words, it's not a book you can just pick up and read. It's a magical book.
It's getting bigger. It looks like it's getting bigger. Or that I just now realized how freaking huge the
Its
model is.
chapters are scattered through memories of the past. Gather them all.
So, where are we supposed to find these memories?
In the shadows of the past.
Em left a trail of clues for each
That's what you
answer
just
to
said.
chapter. Follow the hints. Oh, and when it comes to adding to the story yourselves, you'll need to use this.
She just shut up a bar.
And this is...
I like how it's an actual physical object you can see. Dude. every time I watch a story of this frick, and anytime I watch stuff in this game, especially when they do wacko stuff like Alice's entire existence, I really badly want to write. I don't have that much experience, like actually making manga, but I would absolutely make an entire black and white comic of the entire Genshin story, like in order. And this just makes me want to do it more because doing gags like this would be so funny.
This, my dear little Paimon, is the ink M left behind. Infused with a little of my own magic, of course. If you're planning on writing something inside the book, you'll need it.
How
It's
very magic.
extremely precious, so be sure to use it sparingly. This is all that's left.
So we need to search for the memories and keep an eye on how much ink we're using.
It just had to be a wild goose chase, didn't it?
Perhaps it's just another form of storytelling. M was ever so creative when it came to things like that. Just think of it as a little challenge your mom left behind. Who knows? There could even be a mysterious prize at the end of it all.
I don't care about that. This was my mother's dying wish. Whatever it takes, I'll find a way.
Yep. With the two of us by your side, you'll be just fine.
I think better at being able to pop my ankles without having to actually like grab them. I'm trying to find like the specific like amount of force I need to put in and like what angle I need to like pop different parts of my body without having to touch them. One problem I have is my fingers. I can get my thumbs to pop by just like moving them around a bunch in specific like with a. I don't know how to explain what I'm doing. It's weird. But my actual fingers are having a bit of a harder time. Still can't do my back. I can barely pop my back like normally.
Okie dokie. That should be pretty much all you need to know. Oh, and once the story's complete, do let me have a little look-see, okay? I've read everything she ever wrote, so naturally,
No.
I can't miss this one.
Yeah. Most of the time, you're pretty hard to pin down.
She's always listening.
Don't worry, I'll know when you're finished. All right, off you go. I can't wait to hear how the story ends.
I should check how the mic's working right now because it wasn't working too well earlier. Maybe a bit too high before. I can't really hear what the mic hears. That's always been my biggest problem with like audio mixing is that I don't watch. You don't usually watch a whole lot of my own content, because it's a lot to look through. So I don't ever notice like if I'm like being too loud or if the device is being too loud or anything.
Here we are again. Alice mentioned we should be on the lookout for clues. Huh?
It's okay, I'm just gonna pop out again.
Corner
Funny.
of repose for countless tales, watched over by the honor of knights. A place for stories to sleep, perchance to dream of ancient cities and the epics of ages past.
Probably, so there's two places that could be. It's either Mondstadt, or it is. It's either Mondstadt or the Favonius Keep. What's the Favonius Keep? No, the Favonius Keep didn't exist in this version, did it? I don't think it did.
There, a witch once spent a sleepless night, and all to bring forth a story yet untold.
Specifically, be the library.
Find the place I speak of.
Was that a riddle? Where do you think
What's
this
the
is,
library?
dear? Hey, you might actually
Yeah, I knew
be
it.
onto something. Guess that means we need to head back to Mondstadt?
I had a feeling that's where we would be headed. After all, it's where my mother was from, and I bet it's where she wrote this story, too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still, I feel bad about dragging the two of you along on such a long journey.
Don't worry about it. We don't really have much going on right now, so we're all yours.
Alrighty. Alright, I forgot I won't do that. Oh, there's also something else I want to show because, like, some people might have not noticed this. But when you go over here and you do like the Traveler's Tales, I didn't ever do them. I did them today. Which did I do? Right, it was the one with Risley. But when you do the ones that are over here, that is the Noel, there's 2 of them in a row. Hello, Doggo. Hello. Yeah, there's 2 of them that happen in a row, both relating to Noel. They mention a sword that Noelle had that she accidentally threw into Jean's office. If you go back, it is there. There is a sword in the ceiling of Jean's office. If I go in here real quick. Wait, look up. Oh, there's an actual button for it. Yeah, you can see there's a sword right there. A sword has been plunged deep into the ceiling. I like that it's actually there. You can actually. My first instinct was to go back and check. Hi, Wyatt.
Back in the Mondstadt Library, huh? Talk about a trip down memory lane.
Just like we were just here yesterday.
So we're supposed to find the
Yes, I was.
seeds of the story, right? What do you think that means?
Well, we're in a library, so it's gotta be books, right? But seriously, there's so many here. How are we supposed to know which ones we need?
Making a racket in a library? You should know better than that.
Yeah, I don't know what you were thinking, Paimon.
Lisa! Oh,
Now, who do we have here? Ah, my golden-haired cutie. And my little horn cutie, too.
Sorry, Miss Lisa. I know you taught me to be quiet in the library, but Paimon was just trying to help.
Well, it has been far too long since we saw each other. So I suppose I can let it slide just this once. Back when he first arrived here, poor Jean wasn't sure what to do with him. So I stepped in to lend a hand. I figured, if I can handle a boy raised by wolves, then teaching one who's part dragon should be a walk in the park.
That is true. Also, just realized to charge my phone. Wait a second. I have to unplug my laptop. Here, come on. Thank you. What just happened? Why did you scroll down that far? Okay, get you around here. Come on. There we go. Okay, plug you in. Okay. But that is true.
nice! Sounds like Durin was welcomed with open arms.
Why, of course. Now, let's save the reminiscing for another time. I'm sure you're here for a reason. Did you need to borrow some books?
It's kind of hard to explain. Maybe you could take a look at this.
Oh? Ah, I see. These so-called seeds of the story must be the books that inspired its creation. That's just how it is with stories. They grow out of the tales that came before them. And that mage, I can almost picture her here, hundreds of years ago, scribbling away at one of these very desks.
But we don't know anything about this story. How are we supposed to figure out which books inspired it?
As it happens, just before I found you here, I was looking into something rather peculiar. One of the knights reported seeing some books that weren't listed anywhere in our catalog. Stranger still, just as he went to reach out for them, the books vanished into thin air. And then, a while later, while he was browsing through other shelves, there they were again. That particular knight knows this library inside and out. I'd be very surprised if he was seeing things. Something tells me these might just be the magical books you're after. According to the report, there are 3 of these books in total.
I've already gotten most of this area cleared out, so...
Oh, wait! Did Klee write this one? We better show it to Lisa. Kinda looks like a poetry collection. Let's see what Lisa makes of it.
What was it? Oh, it was just the sit button.
Seeds brought
But I saw an arrow for a second. I'm gonna guess they didn't put any down here. Doesn't look it. I've already cleared most of this area out looking for stuff for Mortal's Travails. Okay, yeah, so they are all up here. The War Princess, I've already seen this one.
What's it's one of Anne. Second strongest spell in existence. Wait, there's actually a book like that right here in the Mondstadt library? Huh.
Yeah, the War Princess is one of the like actual like book groups you have to find. Okay, I'm gonna speed this one up. Oh, this was one of the rally commissions where I just couldn't find the chest. Where okay, archive books. The problem with the book menu is that no, go on left. What are you doing? Is that like there's still a bunch of stuff I don't know where to find it. I don't know where the Tale of Kumtat is. I don't know where the other 2 volumes of Draft Literature Ballads. I don't know where like half of this stuff is. Plus, every time this happens, it's so laggy. It's so hard to look through stuff because of how slow everything
An
is.
experiment log. There's something
Wait, am I missing one? I don't think I am. Go back down and check. Oh, this is very scholar in here. Oh, do you ever finish your laundry? Yeah, I need to do mine. That's still sitting in there. We both forgot.
Well, did you manage to find them? Yes, this is a restricted book, all right.
But it looks like a regular poetry collection.
The issue lies with one of the poems inside. 500 years ago, during the cataclysm in Conria, an evil dragon descended upon Mondstadt. A fierce
Trying to think of
battle
how I do, because
devoured
normally I
himself.
do that
But in
by
the end, the evil
uh,
dragon fell, and
I
Dragonstone
have 2
became its
loads in the
resting place.
one in the wash and one in the dryer. So then I take the load out of the dryer and throw it up somewhere. I put the load that's in the wash into the dryer. The last load that's in the bag, because it holds 3 loads, goes in the wash, and then I put the now cleaned load into that bag. Because one of them is taken up by your stuff, I can't do that. I think I should
still put those clothes on top there.
Yeah, you can just go ahead and do that.
We're talking about Durin.
Well, the poem in question turns the whole battle into a dance, with the evil dragon recast as an innocent child who came here in search of friends.
It's so hard because I have to like find a volume that works for all the different games or all the different songs.
But given all the suffering experienced at the claws of that dragon, how could the people of Mondstadt accept such a retelling? Bards are often accused of inventing history or distorting the truth in their ballads. But this one hit a bit too close to home, and since the knights back then were unable to track down the author, they decided to ban the entire collection, blot out the title, and seal it away for good.
I don't like that.
So the version in the poem.
I'm afraid that question is something only the dragon himself could answer. Well, did you...
I don't agree with taking it completely out though.
This book definitely doesn't belong here.
Yeah, we could
Albedo was the one who brought it in. He suggested I place it on the restricted
doing
list
stuff in
and
the
keep
wash.
it sealed
Okay.
away.
Why?
He said it's full of forbidden alchemical
I can't leave
formulas,
just yet.
some of which could even result in the creation of dangerous monsters.
Then why is it in the library?
Apparently, the danger it posed was so great, he didn't even feel like
Oh.
it was safe to carry around or keep it in his workshop.
So you put it in the library? Even with Lisa watching over, that doesn't feel like, considering it got into the normal stuff, yeah.
Really?
Still, if that mage read this book too, it must have been written a lot earlier than I'd imagined. Well, did
Second strongest spell in existence.
Truly extraordinary, and certainly not the kind of thing that should be just lying around. In fact, Miss Alice gave strict instructions about it.
So, it's some kind of book of spells?
It's true. This book does contain one of Miss Alice's spells. But honestly, virtually no one could actually pull it off, even if they tried.
I'm gonna try.
The only reason it's even meant to be in the restricted section is because we can't let Klee get her hands on it. After Klee was born, Miss Alice advised us to seal it away. She even added that little subtitle herself.
So, it's to keep it away from Klee, huh? Does that mean she could use it to cause even more mayhem than she already does with Jumpy Dumpty?
It's also meaning that Klee could probably pull it off, considering she's her daughter.
No, that's not it. As Miss Alice herself put it, letting Klee see it too early would spoil the surprise.
Alice, what the fuck did you do? What does that mean? What did you do?
Well, would you look at that? Seems like these are the little troublemakers you're after. And all
Oh, wait,
three
isn't
just
all of
so
them?
happen to be forbidden texts.
Oh.
What kind of story requires reference material like that, I wonder?
Forbidden texts? You know, the first time you mentioned that the library had a restricted section, I thought you were just trying to scare us.
Not really something you should be poking your little nose into, is it? Seeing as it was Miss Alice who asked you to look for these books, I won't question the matter. But they'll need to be sealed away again once you're done, so don't forget to return them.
Don't worry, Miss Lisa.
Well then, that's all from me.
Alright, we've gathered all the reference books. What's next?
I love this is just a sped up version of me searching around the same area. I still don't know where those chests were. I just let frickin' Fairy grab them.
Wait, look!
This is an interesting quest, to say the least, so far. I wonder what all this is gonna turn into. So it's an experimental log from
Long, long
from
ago,
Albedo,
an evil dragon
the second strongest
descended
spell in
upon
existence,
the human
and what was the third one?
bringing terrible
Oh,
calamity in its
The
wake.
thing about Durin.
Bravely did the people resist, until at last the dragon lay slain. Later, a witch with a love for stories came upon the tale of the evil dragon, and for reasons she could not explain, felt a pang of sorrow on its behalf. For she knew, despite its body being born of wicked alchemy, all along, the dragon's soul was that of an innocent child. Right up to the moment of its death, it had no choice in becoming a vessel of calamity, nor could it fathom the cruel fate that lay before it. Though the witch had a love of stories, she was not pleased with how this one ended. No, that won't do, she thought. I'll write you a better ending instead. And so she set off to do just that, borrowing a little magic from her friend. With it, she wove a dragon's egg, resolving to rear a dragon child of her own. Yet long in thought she lingered, wondering what kind of world her little dragon ought to behold upon waking.
A wisp of woodland air and trace of palatial splendor? What is palatial? Palatial. A building or space that is large, magnificent, and luxurious, similar to a palace. Of, relating to, or being a palace, a palatial home. Huh. I get to choose wisp of woodland air or trace palatial splendor. I like the wisp of woodland air.
At last, she made her mind up, adorning the cradle with a wisp of woodland air. Then, she quietly waited for the egg to hatch.
Oh, I can actually continue now. Whoa!
Whoa! We're actually inside the story!
Is this
This must
end?
be Aunt Alice's magic.
Yeah.
A story about me?
Why don't we just see where the story takes us?
Okay.
And now a golden-haired traveler, a silvery sprite, and a dragon-born youth step onto the stage. What new chapter will their arrival bring?
Whoa! That came out of nowhere! Was that the same voice we heard just now? Yeah.
I've missed this. It's just like the stories my mother used to tell me.
You mean... M?
Yeah, she loved it. Sorry, we should focus on what we're here to do.
The dragon youth wondered aloud. Yet all he could do was wait for the story to unfold. Of course, there's something to be said for helping it along. Perhaps a little exploration could prove.
Oh! Is that a hint?
Yeah, I agree.
So we're just not gonna address that she's like right here.
This Dodoko doll is meant to be the witch in the story, right? All the people we've seen that look like that turned out to be mages from the Hexen Circle.
My mother had a hat just like this.
Then, the witch must be M.
Whether the sprite spoke true or not, for in that moment, what mattered most was not the...
It's so interesting to watch me use Ellen, because I just like... It'd be easier to tell if I was doing good damage if I could see the damage numbers, but this didn't exist at the time. I think this is still when there was no ultimate, there was still shared ultimate energy. Oh, I just rose with Durin and Traveler. And good, they actually use my skin. I prefer this form, because I tend to use like melt and I tend to use like the transformer reactions more rather than the other ones. There's also this one you can do that. I love his normal attack string. I just wish there was more to it when it comes to him doing actual damage with it. Because they didn't give. You'd think he'd have elemental infusion, and I genuinely did think he had it when I saw this. Like, look at his weapon. I thought he had elemental infusion, but he doesn't. Oh, you can. It targets towards it. That's weird.
This must be the dragon egg, right? Looks like it's gonna hatch any moment now. So we've got a dragon egg about to hatch, a witch who loves stories, and then...
This is my story.
You keep asking.
Okay, so how are we supposed to help the story along?
Apparently, it hadn't dawned on the group to look for a way to help the egg hatch faster.
Oh, right! we're at the point in the story where we're waiting for the baby dragon to hatch. So that has to happen before the story can continue.
With the flames at his command, perhaps the dragon youth might be able to provide
That's
the
why you can
egg with
attack.
sufficient.
What? You want us?
The silvery sprite's surprise betrayed her lack of reading. For in countless tales, it is told that only by fire's embrace will a dragon's egg hatch swiftly.
She basically just said, read a damn book. I can skip the rest of this video. This will just be me trying to beat the same fight continuously. Oh, issue defense. Ugh, okay. But yeah, I like how she just went, wow, this bitch doesn't read clearly. By the way, dragon eggs hatch better in flames.
Huh, you kinda have a point there.
Okay.
Huh. What's the skill binary form version? Yes, I know. I still love this. It's so cool. I like that he can literally float, by the way, which means he can just straight up fly. Like, he doesn't even have to really use the wings. But, so, can I do it? I don't know if it makes a difference. Let me do this.
Element for the end.
Clearly, both the golden-haired traveler and the dragon youth were eagerly awaiting the little dragon's birth. Though perhaps their longing burned a little too brightly.
What does that mean?
Still, such fiery anticipation might itself become a blessing.
What does that mean?
Still have so much.
At last, under the witch's expectant gaze, the little dragon broke free from its shell. No living being has ever decided the moment of its birth. I brought you into being because I willed it so. But I promise you this. Your birth was wanted. You are loved.
You've never told me those things before, but for some reason, I always knew. Thank you.
The waiting witch did not feel lonely, for she had 3 visitors by her side. Together,
Oh, that's
they
cool.
beheld the hatchling's first breath of life.
Little Traveler and
Holding her
Traveler
dragon
Paimon
child
and
close,
Durin
the witch
Dodekos.
promised him a life unlike that of the evil dragon. And so, nestled in his mother's warm embrace, did the little dragon's story begin.
Which one's Mr. Design on to bring forth the story yet untold? So what's the next one?
Isn't this Mondstadt? Looks like we're back in the real world.
Are we on top of the
Looks
statue?
like there's more
Ah,
written on
never
the
mind.
page now and less ink left than before. So, does that mean we've completed this chapter? Yeah, but why Durin broke free from the curse, came into this world with a new body, and even made a bunch of new friends? That's true. Everything's always so mysterious with these mages.
Huh.
We'll be using this to learn what's going on with him.
Is this thing on? All right. Hey! Hello there, children. If you're hearing this, you've stumbled upon the little recording I left for you. By now, I'm guessing you've already begun to leave your mark on the story. You should know, however, that the book needs time to absorb the ink.
Wait, so even magic ink needs time to dry?
The good news is, you can return to any chapter you've already completed and continue to explore the mystical, magical storybook world you helped create. Have fun, dearies.
Oh, man.
Maybe it's for the best. Sooner or later, we'll end up being whisked off to another, so it might be good to take a break while we can.
A break.
What does that mean?
Yeah! Paimon has a sudden craving for the good hunter's sticky honey roast.
So let's meet up here later. I need to find Miss Lisa to return those books anyway.
Can we read the book though? Oh. What does this mean? Locks in 9! No shot! Wait, really? The chapter legitimately stops you from playing. No way! Really? Okay, interesting. Also, what's the requirements to activate this again? Okay. This is a weird team, I know. I just made it because it's fun looking. If I owned Durin, I'd probably throw Durin in place of Sucrose. Just because it would mean I don't have a double up on Animo. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to wait. Jesus Christ, I didn't know this restricts you. That's crazy. I guess I'll call these chapters instead of parts then. Make it more fun.